Hello, my name is Samuel Chan. I'm a rising senior majoring in organizational sciences. Um, the reason why I'm taking this class is because I'm ethnically Chinese. I was born in Baltimore, Maryland. I've never really heard much about Southeast Asia and I've really wanted to learn more about it. So today for our material culture presentation, I will be talking about durian. For those of you who don't know, durian is a fruit native to Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, that area. Um, and it's also called the king fruit, or the king of the fruits. Just to describe it a bit physically, durian is a large fruit. It's kind of greenish yellow, a little bit brown. It's grown on trees. It has large spiky thorns on the shell. So when I think of durian, the first thing I think of is the smell. It has a very strong and distinct smell, and certainly one of the most unique fruit I've ever come across. Um, it's actually banned in a lot of airports and on public transportation because the smell, people confuse it with toxic chemicals or poison, or just rotten food. Personally, I never really enjoyed the fruit. My mother would always eat it when I was a kid, and I couldn't stand the smell. But now, since I've gotten older, I've gotten more used to it, and actually, I enjoy it a fair bit myself too. Um, I'm sorry, I had misspoken earlier. It's actually native to Brunei, Indonesia, and Malaysia, not Thailand. So it's strictly topical and tropical and stops growing if temperature drops below 72 degrees Fahrenheit. So it has to be pretty hot in order for it to grow. It has been known and consumed in Southeast Asia since prehistoric times. However, the first time it was made known to the Western world was in the 19th century by British naturalist Alfred Russel Wallace. Um, so it's grown on trees, and farmers would place large nylon nets under the trees in order to protect themselves when the fruit falls, but also as a way to collect it so it's safer for them. They don't have to climb up. There are actually over 30 recognized species of durian, but only one sold internationally. So the durian that you may see in the U.S. or if you've ever seen it at all, it's only that one single species. The other 29 are all local and native to the respective regions and are only sold on local markets in Southeast Asia. Um, the three countries that I mentioned earlier, Brunei, Indonesia, and Malaysia, those are the countries that durian is native to. But actually, Thailand is the largest grower and exporter of durian. Thailand grows 781,000 tons each year out of the world's 1,400,000 tons. So it does about half of the work from that one small country. Um, Durian has a lot of uses. It's most widely used, obviously, as food. It is eaten. In Malaysia, though, it's also used as medicine. Its leaves and roots are juiced and applied kind of as a serum on skin to reduce fever. It also is used to soothe body aches and pain. So it's kind of just like a mild painkiller. It's also considered to be very high heat, or as they would say, yeet hay, which consumption of too much would throw off body balance. So you can't have too much of it, or else it's believed that your body will just be kind of out of whack. So once again, I kind of mentioned how it's known as the king of the fruit in many Southeast Asian countries, and that's due to its large size, spikes, overpowering odor, and strong taste. Um, so to speak a little bit more about that, I definitely think that that fits into the idea of symbolism and material culture, because the fact that they even call a fruit king kind of speaks to what it represents for them, especially because it's native to their region and they believe that it's king over all fruits, and that it's the best. Um, and when I think of Southeast Asia, durian certainly always comes to mind. I know that it is a fruit that can really only be enjoyed fully in that region, since the durian that we have here in the US is always frozen and shipped over. And the fruit itself is very strong and rugged and certainly fits the history of the region and the people and kind of the natural disasters that would come in that would displace agriculturalists and what caused agriculturalists to intermarry with the hunters and gatherers. That this fruit, this durian, this very strong fruit, this rugged fruit that's very spiky and has really been around for so long and eaten for so long, I think really represents the culture that is really there in that region as well. So thank you for listening.